Welcome to Dice Nerds and Nagas, coming at you from Phnom Penh, Cambodia. Dice Nerds and Nagas with a safety tip today. Ooh. At a certain age, it is just not worth it to jump off the swing set as high as you possibly can and just land on one leg. I tried it. I don't recommend it. My leg's been jacked up for the last 2 or 3 days now. Oh. Yeah. So don't do it. And also, welcoming back Daniel. Danny. Well, I guess
so long.
Welcoming Danny.
What's your name again?
But also saying goodbye to Daniel. There can be only one.
You're saying that our podcast isn't classified as a double D anymore?
Not anymore at all.
No longer D.
This is the Dice Nerds and Naga Double Dan Special.
Get it while it's hot.
You're a Dan sandwich.
Damn sandwich.
How's it feel?
There's a mark on your sandwich.
White meat.
Oh God! So where we left off, I suppose. Perdita, along with basically the captain of the Elven Winter Court, Mr. Icevein, made their way back to the lung that they were waiting in, deep inside of Grandfather Turtle. He's been infested and damaged and poisoned by followers of the Void Naga, and from what they've been able to hear, it seems that he is on his way over there once again, moving quickly into their position. But we're going to start this episode actually in a little bit of in a different plane of existence entirely. The icy, frozen plains of hell, in the court of Temiel, the now nearly undisputed demon king of the 8 remaining circles of hell. He sits on his razor-sharp, spiky throne, surrounded by his disgusting, evil lieutenants. They were forcibly ejected from the Feywild not too long ago. And Acki, the Yuanti warlock, has been serving under him now for some time. I think it's been a few months, actually, in your perception of time.
Yeah.
Before the one-day-long war of the demons, finally, before their armies clashed, you had been working behind the scenes feverishly, weakening various demon lords, tricking and killing different lieutenants, and along the way have been facing basically the most evil, depraved creatures that exist. And in this time, you've begun to perhaps question your own motivations and your own morals after seeing so much depravity thrown right in your face and fighting against it.
And how it's just pointless how demons just keep murdering each other and they just...
Yes, the 9th Circle of Hell was destroyed by the Void Naga, so what they decided to do is have a war to see who gets to be the new king.
Okay.
So I could see you thinking this seems kind of pointless.
With the end of everything coming, and they're bickering with each other over scraps, which will not be here soon.
So true. That is true. That's a pretty accurate assessment of what they're doing.
Sounds so familiar. I mean, almost like it's a real thing that happens in real life. But it couldn't possibly be that, right?
Stop mitigating.
There's certainly no real-world parallels to that at all either. Brought to you by the committee to re-invade Iraq for the 3rd time. They still got a few drops left. That's their slogan. I didn't make that up. Don't blame me. No, but where you're coming into the scene is that your time with Temiel has come to an end. He's gained his kingship, essentially. His new wife, Gemreed, Sits deep in the dungeons, most likely being tortured and flayed.
His new wife, who?
Gemreed,
Queen of the Winter Court.
you've met her briefly, perhaps. You've seen her around, but she was the Queen of the Winter Court. Now just another nameless prisoner in Temiel's endless dungeons.
I do remember meeting her, and how did she get into this position? Because she was going to be one of our scapegoats.
Basically. Well, that you don't know. Temiel's not known for being overly open with you in the course of this, mostly giving you information that's necessary. But of all the demons, perhaps one of the more approachable ones, at least. He's kept you abreast of what your old party members have been up to. Basically saying they've made deals with dark evil gods, the same god that was held in your the daggers you gave to the Aboleth. He's delighted in telling you the plague that it caused in Waterdeep, the dark ancient hunters stalking the lands of Feyre now, all the mistakes that action has led to.
Yeah, you fucked up.
Thank you. But on that note, I kind of feel that I have fulfilled the duties he's required of me, and now he's no longer...
Yes, you control your own power now, basically.
All right.
Your warlock deal was bought by him. The pact has been sold to him, basically, and he's letting you go from the pact. The power is now yours to grow.
It's about time, because I was trying to focus on a new light, but I had to fulfill that damn contract first before I could get levels and other stuff.
So are you saying Temiel's basically Captain Planet of him? The power is yours?
Are you like a Ronin now? Like you're a masterless samurai?
Slightly before my time, a little bit.
I kind of feel that I had a pact and a contract with him.
That's 80s, right?
And I had to serve
90s.
to a certain extent. But now I've served and I'm done with them.
Yeah.
I will no longer be going the warlock route. Out of game. So that's done with. I'm not going to stay there. I found a new path, which I've just been biding my time to pursue.
Very good.
Okay.
In the meantime, your Yuanti heritage is also proven a difficulty at times.
I was wondering about that. During all this time I was serving with Temiel, doing his dirty deeds and murdering and backstabbing and infiltrating. What has have the dreams still been coming? The Naga dreams, and has there been any development with those?
Yes, actually. The dreams that you've been having have all been of a similar theme, basically. Yourself looking different, as if in a different body. Living the life of a pampered, sort of high-class citizen of the ancient Saurian Empire. You live in a gilded city of marble orgies, human slaves,
Marble orgies.
marble, comma, not dash.
Marble comma orgies and marble dash orgies.
You know, just
Mix some things
all
here.
the decadence of an empire at its peak before it falls.
Snake pit. Okay, got it.
And lately the dreams have brought you to the end of this person's life.
Now, I've been waiting to return to the prime material to continue the mission to save it, because while these foolish demons have been satisfying their greed and lust for more power in this currently dying world and dying dimensions, I still want to save the prime material. So since my contract is up, I'd like to return to the prime material to find my old friends.
Okay, so that actually works out perfectly. Yeah, they're devils, I guess, not demons, but really.
Demons, devils.
Big difference.
Well, they intermingle. It's a war.
Potato, potato.
They're both nasty, unpleasant creatures.
I'm neither, and I've been stabbing both, so it's okay.
You have personally made a choice not to differentiate anymore. You're just like,
I don't see.
Matter to me.
I don't see color.
I didn't see evil.
they're all shades of grey to me.
He's got 3 horns, he's got 4.
So,
They're all horny.
That's just because you're a virgin.
From the Virgin Islands.
Yeah. It comes with D&D.
Or it doesn't.
It's an occupation.
It doesn't.
Doesn't come with it.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Moving on
What
swiftly.
was this?
Moving on.
What's your name?
Anywho, so the final dreams deal with the city falling and the Void Naga making his appearance among what is best described as civil turmoil and slave revolts. In your final dream as this pampered nobleman, you find yourself beaten to death with your own by your own slaves at your own slaves' hands. As you bleed out on your balcony, you see your human slaves standing proudly over you, and then the Void Naga makes its appearance, bursting from the bay and beginning to destroy everything.
I've been having those dreams quite often. I think they're trying to tell me something. and I have been listening. It's not the path, which it was my original path. But I think I shall stray from my original path and find a new light.
So, without getting too deep into a roleplay-heavy conversation or anything, Temiel has summoned you to his throne room for your final dismissal. You guess.
Is the queen of the of the Windsor Court there? Or-
I suppose you could pop in there. Try to get to her cell.
Yeah. Before I leave, I would like to just meet with her,
Right?
or get some sort of.
You find that she is under guard, who roughly tells you she's say what you will, but can't go in there.
Can I approach as a guard, disguise self?
Okay, sure. You've been there long enough that you probably recognize
The
several
patterns.
of the devils.
I should recognize, because I do all this dirty work anyway. Their schedules for feeding and such. I'll bribe the person who's in charge of feeding her, and I'll just take the place as him, just so I can have a conversation with her.
Okay, so you take the form of basically a sort of insect-like ice demon. As you approach the other devil, makes sort of a bowing motion to you. You are its superior officer, after all. What do you say? Just let me here to feed the.
I just give him the stare down, because this is my regular thing.
Okay. He steps aside, and you're able to walk in. And inside, you can see this sort of fey-like elven woman. Only catching glimpses of her in the past, she seemed quite regal, powerful, but here she's dressed in rags, beaten, bloody, huge strips of flesh ripped from her body. Wow. She cowers in the corner as you enter.
I reveal my true face.
She looks at you confused but says nothing.
Are the other guards within hearing range, or what kind of distance are they? Are they just outside, or are they down the hall?
He's just outside the door, so you'd probably want to speak a little quietly.
Okay, I'm going to speak quietly to her and lay a healing hand on her.
What?
And I cure light wounds. I have a healing touch, and I have a cure light wounds.
Okay, I would say whichever one.
I'll do both to her.
Okay.
As I place the food in front of her.
The food is, just disgusting slop, basically, at best.
Okay. Well,
Poisonous at worst.
not much I can do about. What? Did I bring any food of my own?
It'd probably be gone by now. I
Okay.
mean.
In that case, I just gotta place her regular slop in front of her and ask her, how did this happen?
The Void Naga appeared and destroyed the Feywild. He said if I couldn't provide a secure place to hide away from the cycle, then there was no use for me anymore. I thought he loved me. But he just wanted to hide from the Naga.
You trusted a demon willingly?
Devil.
Demon, devil, Acki, apple.
They're all, in my mind, I'm thinking, they're all idiots, both sides, every side. They're all idiots. I must return to my friends. My friends must be doing well.
Wait, get me out of here!
Those idiots.
Help me!
I grab her hand, replace her with an illusion of her, as we both turn invisible.
Okay. Give me a stealth check.
Oh, well, are they looking directly into the cell, watching us, or
Well,
just...
I guess you'd have to still
Walk out.
leave, though, right? Or
No. As we leave, I'm gonna leave. Remember, I can create the silent image, moving illusions. So I'm leaving. It's an image of me walking out, just myself, but in fact, me and her are invisible.
okay, you know what? I'd say that's perhaps clever enough to work. But what are you going to do with this invisible elven woman with you?
Well, seeing as how my time is up, there should be I was guessing there should be a portal for me to return back to the prime material.
yes.
My contract is up. I intend to just take her with me.
Okay, so
And in the place of where she was, I'll do the stuffed, padding type of deal. And if necessary, I'll have her remove whatever,
Clothes.
if you could call it clothes or whatever rags they left her in there to try to.
She's gonna walk around.
Did Acki find
invisible
Lathander
and-
or something? This is
Huh?
very
Yeah.
cheap.
Just as a like.
invisibly, you make your way through Temiel's castle. He did summon you quite some time ago, though, but it doesn't appear that anyone's searching for you yet.
Okay, I want to stash her in my room,
Fair enough.
and as I go to Temiel.
Alright, I would say, yeah, you actually were provided with very comfortable quarters
Yeah, and
due
I
to
want to.
the important nature of your work that you helped him with.
And I want to do this quickly because I need to go. I need to go before they notice.
In your room, she spies some of the food that you've been fed, which is much higher quality, actually edible, and she's...
Okay, shit. I let her know she needs to be quiet. I'm going to get us out of here. But okay. And I head over to Temiel quickly as I can. Is this like a debriefing or?
Basically, yeah,
Okay.
just a
Review.
final sad goodbye. Oh gosh.
Here's a watch.
Remember
Retro
when we went
reference.
when we went to that park that day? It was nice. No,
Killed those kittens. Good time.
Temiel sits at his throne smiling as you enter. Took you some time to get down here, Acki. Busy?
Yes.
Good. Now, you've done excellent work for me, and as I'm sure you're aware, I always intend to reward you for good service. Now, I've been shielding you from the worst of it, but out in the prime material plane where the Void Naga is loose at the moment, you'll feel an incredibly powerful urge to worship the Naga, join the Naga, flay your skin for the Naga if it so desires. Really, not much productive, not a whole lot of productive stuff if you follow that path.
I do.
So, I fashioned this for you. And one of his lieutenants brings out what appears to be a necklace featuring 3 blood-red rubies embedded in gold. This should do something to shield your mind from the Void Naga's call that is genetically ingrained in your people. And that is all. Where do you wish to return to? You've done excellent work for
I
me.
wish to return to the same place I left.
The city of Waterdeep?
Is it still remaining?
Actually, yes.
Actually,
In a way.
yeah. What was the name of the town where originally we met all those?
Greenrest.
Greenrest.
Green Rest is gone.
Green Rest.
Yeah, I don't know this.
Yeah, no.
But I do know that, but that's where the elves were,
You
which we
do
met
know
last.
that.
You do know that. Yeah, you were still
We
with
were
us.
still on the castle going to Waterdeep. We found out Green Rest was.
Green Rest was occupied by the giants, but there was the glade with the elves nearby, and the glade was magically hidden.
Oh yeah, where the
So,
druids
the
were
druids
hiding
were
out.
hiding, yeah.
And that's where we were planning our boat, and I think the queen would best go there to her own people.
Okay.
And for me, I'm calculating that might help buy us a ticket.
So you wish to return to the druids' glade outside of Green Rest, then?
But I'll return just outside of Green Rest because no one else knows about the glade. I do know about the giants, but I don't care. they mean nothing to me.
This actually surprises me, Acki, with all the questions you've been asking about your companions. I figured you'd want to return there, but the druids' glade is your desire?
I didn't say the Druid's Glade. Because does he know about the Druid's
Or-
Glade?
Oh no, you outside of
Green-
outside of Green Rest is what you truly desire. Seems like a little pointless to me, but if that's where you wish to go.
Yeah, the giants had something which I wished, and I shall take back.
Okay. Fine. And he waves his hand. Damn it! And the portal appears before you.
Very well. Be right back. Getting something from my room. Wait, in the middle of the court.
Yes, do give me like a charisma check.
Yeah.
Some sort of checks.
I need to get stuff, some of my stuff. I wasn't ready to go now.
Maybe
Like
deception.
5.
No, I get +9.
Okay.
That's a 22. Yeah.
Let's see. I did roll quite well for him as well.
All right.
So he doesn't know exactly what's going on, but does ask, you seem a little cagey, Acki. Something on your mind?
I've taken stuff, and I wish to take it with me.
Anything of mine?
No.
Fair enough. Just return quickly.
Acki goes and
It
fetches
actually makes
the
that
queen.
sound.
Actually, he fetches the queen and then puts her in a bag of holding. And he's like, hold your breath!
Actually, yeah, because Temiel sees invisible. I'm gonna need to turn this into something else. Now, do I have any? I have to look at my old character sheet. Did I have any sort of? Hold on.
Where's your...
Cloak, studded, magic. I have scroll of bad thing. And everything.
Scroll of bad thing?
I-
I think it's just meant that it was trapped or something. Or
Yeah,
that was such a long time ago.
yeah, it was.
Zombie.
Oh yeah,
Where did that
I'm
Jimmy
part zombie.
Karloff come from?
We don't have those anymore.
I don't have those
Jimmy
anymore.
Karloff come from?
Probably me.
Okay. Is there any object around here that I know of which could help me disguise her? Because I could steal it. Because this is a lot of stuff, and I've been killing people and looting their stuff for quite a while.
She is not helpless or anything. When you walk in, you find that she's clothed herself and
I'm going to explain
and is willing to listen to what you have to suggest.
Yeah.
I guess she says. So what's the plan? How are we getting out of here?
There's a portal for us to leave, but it's inside the courtroom of Temiel, which means, and if he's there when we return, which he probably will be, unless he's summoned away for some reason, which I cannot do, he'll see us. I'm allowed to leave. You are not. Are you able to transform yourself, shape, change, polymorph?
Of course.
Really?
I think this could work. Perhaps if I could be hidden somewhere cleverly, I can be an ant on your shoulder.
Woman.
A gerbil.
Ant elf.
A gerbil up the butt. Hardy har har mar.
If you could turn into an ant,
Richard Gere in it.
just climb inside my ear.
Oh, that's annoying.
Because
Okay.
Wrong gate, wrong gate.
Ants in the ear. Okay, I think we can.
ants in the ear because I'm worried if she's in my pocket
No, I feel you. Like, this is a much safer
Yeah,
spot.
inside my body, where my body will mask anything
I'm
else.
gonna say that's.
And it's harder to squish.
I'm gonna say that's actually gonna work.
Yeah, because she's inside my ear canal. It's kind of irritating for me, but I'll deal with it.
So with a slight itch in the ear, Temiel does let you pass through the portal outside of Greenrest. You find yourself in ankle-deep snow. Large plumes of smoke rising in the direction where Greenrest was.
Being in such a hurry to leave the demon devil realm, I didn't actually ask how much time has passed in the Prime Material. What is the exchange rate for time here?
Let's see, they've been in the Feywild for a while, which threw things through a loop.
Older than you.
Okay, no, I think... Oh, we are.
I feel like we've
With-
worked it out.
Months and
kind
a
of
half.
somehow.
Yeah, it's a month and a half, because it was half a month, and we lost a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because time passes differently in each dimension, and I'm wondering about the Prime Material. I didn't know you guys were in the Feywild.
Well, I saw you a month and a half ago. I met you very, very briefly, right with my very first game.
Okay.
But it only feels like half a month for us.
Because
It only feels like 2 weeks for us, yeah. It's been very intense couple weeks.
Yeah.
look, how does Greenrest look?
As far as I know, it was destroyed. At least that's what your friends mentioned.
It's cold. I ask her, does she need extra clothing?
No, I'm perfectly in my element right now. I am the queen of the winter court.
So the elves of your court are in a druid's glade nearby here, hidden by magic. That's why we've come here.
Of my court?
Just remember.
No, that's incorrect. As I recall, they were on a castle parked atop Grandfather Turtle.
I don't know why you're going.
I remember.
There was a
Druid's
glade.
glade,
Druids too.
and the elves there were really cold.
No.
You got it a little bit mixed up actually.
Yeah, you got that
Sprites
mixed up.
Falls.
That's Sprites
it was a
Falls.
waterfall.
Yeah.
That was just a gate to the Feywild.
to the Feywild.
There was
The
some
druids-
elves there
the
was like
druids
really
glade.
cold.
Yeah,
That's-
that was.
He's with us in the turtle now.
Yeah, that same guy is actually
I
just in the
see.
group right now.
Okay, that's kind of where I
That's-
wanted to.
let's
Sprites Falls?
retrack.
Yeah, Sprites
Alright.
Falls. Because I remember
he's not
that
there.
He's
dude.
not there. He's on the turtle with us.
And I don't know that, but I wanted to go to the home of that dude. Because
But you know that wasn't his home. He was just waiting to go through the gate to the Feywild.
Exactly, but that's where her people.
So a teleportation mistake was made.
That's fine.
You
That's
find
fine.
yourself
Wrong number.
How far away is
near
Wrong
the old near Sprites Falls in the area north
Roll
of
at the end.
Greenrest.
Okay.
Gemreed recognizes this place, and you see a look of sadness. I'm sorry, my friend, but this place will not take me home. If that was your intention.
Well, it was. But where is your home?
Right now, my people, they are with Grandfather Turtle and in your flying castle.
Do you know where that is? I've been gone for so long.
You have. It seems that you've missed quite a bit. I might be able to
And I'm
fill
going to
you in a
walk for
little
5
bit.
months.
Call your sister. Tell her to call her sister.
Go
The
back to,
Feywild was destroyed,
go
and
back to New York.
what remained of your companions were able to let us stay on your flying castle, the Cloud Giant's castle. And we found Grandfather Turtle out in the ocean, and that's where I so foolishly returned back to the Hells.
Well, in
to be
that
with
case,
Temiel.
we both need to seek the same place, my friends and our castle.
A hill giant lumbers towards you with alarming speed. Before you can react, a wall of ice rises up over the giant and engulfs him, freezing him in an instant.
Was that her? Did I see her motion or anything, or she just?
Yeah, she did that with just one motion. I can return us to the castle, I believe. I'll just need a moment to focus on finding one of my followers. And, she meditates on it for a moment before a ornate door of ice rises from the snow ahead of you. So this should take you to my captain, Icevein. I believe you've run into him before.
Okay.
No.
Nod. I nod.
Passing through the portal, you find yourself in what initially appears to be a wet, sticky cave, stepping onto soft, sort of reddish, dark red flesh. In front of you, you recognize Feather Marshal.
Acki! Slow motion
Mardum
run to each
sort of gives you a twinge of recognition as
I
someone
don't think
that
we
you've
knew
run
each other's
into.
names, maybe.
No, but
I probably
You
wouldn't have
did.
cared either.
You don't know
Oh, you
anybody
did,
who
though.
introduced
but
your
you
name.
met.
You did introduce yourselves to each other.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you did. So you met briefly in Waterdeep. But more shocking is that she bears a very striking resemblance to the slave that you had in a former life that bashed your skull in with your own vase. Or vase.
Dirty bitch.
Vase.
No,
Vase.
Sam, no, that's a previous life. Doing that, it's wrong.
Akul also stands among this group, and
forgetting.
Jaquel Icevein. But there is what appears to be an elven woman with, what's the season you're feeling right now? I can't.
Summer.
Summer, which was the color
So,
red, right? It was kind of
Yeah.
angry.
blonde, orange hair, bright blue eyes, and my skin is the color of pine wood, and I'm wearing like a short summer dress. Yeah.
Are you giving off sort of like intense vibes, friendly?
I'm definitely in an intense place. I immediately go, what the fuck?
Right,
First
yeah.
of all, I'm
As
like,
this Yuanti
yeah.
steps through this icy portal before you.
I see Gimreed and I'm like, oh, thank God. And then I see him and I'm just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, well, Feather Marshal's running toward.
Slow motion.
Slow motion.
Which is like really hard for me because I'm so fucking fast. It still looks like normal running.
Trix is gonna cast whole person on him.
You just keep teleporting like an inch more and then an inch
So
more.
I guess
So
she's
the only people I really recognize are Feather Marshal.
Feather,
Akul.
Cool.
No,
Marred a little bit, perhaps, but it's been you've
We
been through
met
a lot
one
since
time in
then.
an alleyway. It doesn't
It
count.
was just a one-time thing with a human in an
Don't worry,
alley.
he's with us. He's our friend.
First question is, where's Zenbri and Jessup?
So they're gone, and before you can even ask that, though, you hear
God
this
says.
drow woman beginning magical incantations.
You need to make a wisdom saving throw, DC 19.
That's fine.
I was gonna say, actually,
It's magic, right?
initiative. You would probably be aware of you doing this,
would,
right?
yeah.
He's running through the portal. I don't know.
Surely this is like surprise or reaction.
I guess you would be surprised, but there's not really a stealthy way to do a spell unless.
I get advantage on everything.
Alright,
I think that probably beats the spell save difficulty.
Yeah, it was 19.
So you attempt to hold his person, but let's play it as one of the rubies in his amulet glows brightly and the spell fails.
As I'm hugging Feather Marshal, I do this.
Aren't we going after these Golden-Eyed people? What the fuck's going on here?
Not this one.
Okay, wait.
Do you even know that this one is the one that you're thinking?
Yes.
Okay, no.
What?
But
Did you lick his skin or something?
Trust him way more than I trust you. Come here, Acki.
Oh,
You don't even know
Gauntlet
if it is
thrown.
him.
yeah, it's a serious shape. That's
So where's
It's him, I can smell it. He's my
Jessup,
friend.
Zenbri? I've been through a lot. How far have we gotten?
Where's Jessup?
Jessup's
Jessup
on.
it's been 8 hours, so you said it takes him the whole night to make contact with his brother. So I'm guessing he's still looking at that fire, even though they've had a long race.
okay.
You said it took half a day to get down there, so that's 8 hours plus another 8 hours. Well, let's say,
It took 8 hours. You're probably mid conversation right now.
yeah, he's mid conversation with his
So
brother.
he's Skyping his brother.
Yeah, he's busy commuting with his brother. Zembri
But
disappeared.
you have no idea that that's happened.
Forgive me.
Well, didn't you tell us
Introduction.
you're staying here? I want to do. Okay. Zembri,
This is the queen
Jessup's
of
buggered
the.
off.
Okay, this is the.
You know
this
he's
is-
in the cast.
No, yes, I've met all of these
Yeah,
people before.
Yeah, we know
We were
each
here
other.
first. It's fine.
Okay, well, I don't know this, so I introduce her. I rescued her from Temiel, and she.
That's
Oh,
interesting. We
we
rescued her a
too.
few days ago.
Nice.
Wait,
She just keeps on going back.
you saved our queen?
Oh, hey, I
Isn't she right here?
Is what he grips your shoulders in a very friendly, brotherly way, not like trying
a
to
fight.
intimidate you or anything. He's like, you have the Winter Court's deepest thanks, my friend.
That's nice. Now, how far have we gotten?
About halfway through this turtle, from my reckoning.
I mean, I know he's short, but that was kind of uncalled for.
I don't.
Just been helping.
He's being short with you.
As far as I understand, they were friends for a very long time before.
Brother Marshall and I have started.
Yeah, no.
Bros before drows.
Bros before drows. Bros before drows.
How long? Okay, given how long it's taken us to get through the lung, how long do I guesstimate it will take us to get to, like, where we think we're going? The bowels.
They're in the
You
ass, right?
described
Yeah.
I'd
I'm
say
trying to
maybe
figure out the distance.
Just perhaps a few more hours. Maybe 2 more hours.
2 more hours.
If you are uninterrupted.
This
Okay.
necklace I'm
If you
wearing
guys make good timing.
Something like
is
an
supposed
hour
to
in,
protect me
then
from
I'll
the
probably
Nagas'
cast
influence,
OK Creature at
but
that
it
point,
was given to me
Okay.
by Temiel.
which would let me like triangulate directly
we
to.
needed
To
identify.
which creature specifically?
Ooh, am I gonna pick the lady or
Does
the
it-
girl?
He released me. My contract is up, but I'm not certain.
The boy that I saw.
Okay. Does it,
Yeah, you can. It says you can say like even like human, but I can just describe him, and you'll sense the direction if it's within that
Okay.
far. It'll last for an hour though.
I think she can help with that.
What am I doing? Alright.
running water at least 10 feet wide blocks a direct path between you and the creature. That's interesting.
But it lasts
Like
for
you
an
can't
hour.
go over a river?
I guess. Well, but if you, I think if I went over the same river, then it would still work. But if there's a river between us, then what? It's like the lead version of this.
What about rivers of blood?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say there's probably a lot of liquid up in this turd.
We.
It's just specifically running water.
Okay, you're right. Running water. And if it's not
I
water,
know,
then
I
it
know.
doesn't apply. So, you're going to...
So I'm not going to do that now because
Yeah.
I think it's going to be too far. But probably about halfway through our journey, because I want to cut down on location, I'll cast that describing the boy, so that we can follow to him.
Is locate person?
It's like a creature actually.
Okay,
Photo that I need to send me.
so, Acki
Oh, no.
has returned. I would
Are you
say
serious?
just for the sake of, we have so many players and NPCs and such, Gemreed's gonna be completely exhausted after freezing that hill giant in one go and creating a portal, thousands of miles away or whatever.
And the torture and starvation.
And the torture and starvation she's been suffering
Yeah.
from at Temiel's guard's hands. So her and Jaquel Icevein are going to bail, I think, and he's gonna make sure she gets safely back to the relative safety of Modoc's keep.
Yeah.
And beyond that, Acki still will stand in for him, I guess, as the help that arrives. Does anyone else have anything they want to ask him or, discuss before you move on deeper into the stinky, turtly bowels of everybody's favorite grandpa?
I look over at Acki and just kind of silently nod at him.
It's been a while.
He remembers me, quiet,
I just want to.
murderous.
Were they also?
What does this
I
look
have
that you
no
give him?
idea.
What does it speak
None of them
volumes
are
of
burning
deep
anyone.
down? What's the inner
Pretty sure
monologue
that's so
here?
racist.
Just it's been a while.
Makes a lot of
It
sense.
was a
Especially
lengthy.
the short.
How do they look?
like,
do they look the same?
This feels
I
like a
look
very
the
us
same.
versus them kind of thing, like a
Different
women
clothes,
versus
slightly
men
different,
kind of
but
thing.
mostly the same. How do they look?
I
New armor, new
definitely
dig,
He's
new
got
weapons?
entirely
It's
new
actually quite
armor.
funny.
I have this kind of cloak
And like the new
Okay.
versus the
um,
old.
Yeah.
that can
It's a very
shift.
divided table.
Like it's a cloak, and
How did you
then
get that
when
right?
I will it
Complete accent.
wraps completely around
Okay, you've
me.
got a new cloak.
very fond.
Feather, you looking any different than before? I think.
You look like a peasant, just brown leather clothes.
Okay, you got poorer. Okay, got it.
Oh
My
God, what
friends have
happened to
not-
our money?
Putting in.
Question. When
I'll get to that.
Did he bring my new sword from the woman who was enchanting?
Please don't make me murder you.
No, it's not prepared yet.
Never get to use it.
No. Oh God, you know what? Fucking fine, yeah. Okay, so
How?
it doesn't make any sense, but it is also your last
No,
game.
it's fine. Like, it's not done yet.
If only we had more time. Okay, so then that's the difference there. Perdita, you've met Mardum. I suppose, if you remember much about her, she has a much niftier new weapon.
It's
And-
currently in flame.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
constantly
I
flaming.
cast continue flames because I'm human. Can't
My,
see it down here.
my question.
Constantly flame as you're walking around.
Yeah.
Continual flame.
Continual
doesn't burn,
flame
it's just light.
is light.
She's
It's not.
the
Okay,
only
got it,
one
okay,
who
got that
doesn't
one.
have dark vision.
It pulses with the same intense dark energy that you felt from Kunla's daggers long ago.
Okay, you're one of those. Next.
I just want to ask a question.
Am I the only one of those left right
Yeah.
now? Aw.
About Gemri.
Zimbri.
Is she coming with us?
Gemri? No, she's Balin. I
Okay,
just don't want to run that many
Oh, I was about to say,
characters.
like, yeah.
And I know in story-wise, it would make sense for her to want to, we got a powerful ally, but also
But she's
Yeah.
not
6
well
players is a lot of
together.
players.
And she's been tortured. Like,
Yeah, she's weakened a great deal.
Okay, so maybe Ice Vein dude can send her back or to the castle
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
said
that's
that's what he was
yeah,
doing.
you missed the
Oh,
part.
what? How?
I don't know. A lot of people talk.
They're
Yeah,
walking.
yeah, sorry.
I'm gonna try to remove this
Oh, the
because I've
photo.
explained to Feather about where the necklace came from. So I'm gonna try to remove it and see if anything changes with me.
Okay, give me a
Constitution.
Wisdom. Saving throw.
yeah, just wisdom saving throw.
Is it magical?
See what's a magical effect.
Absence of a
No, just like a based on your own personality and strength of conviction.
Strength of conviction.
Yes, that
It's
seems
not
about
very
right.
strong. I have a 6 plus +1. I've got a 7. How am I feeling?
You start cutting yourself.
Once I remove it, what's going on? 'Cause I already warned Feather.
You instantly take 8 psychic damage and feel just you can basically you're consumed with a moment of pure rage toward all living things before dropping to the ground due to just this what feels like loud roaring and screaming in your ear, like
Well, you see me do
like a tornado basically running through your head is what it
Nope,
sounds
he
like.
turns. I've got my Warhammer
Put it
out.
back on. Put it back on.
Do I have, any
what I
control,
was
do I have enough
saying.
control to try to
You're
put it back
stuck
on?
in
Or
next to it.
No, you're just like,
I grab it and I clip it back around his neck.
I make that same save with advantage now.
all right. Oh yeah, that works. 16.
Okay, you are able to calm down, and the screaming and roaring in your ears dies down to just a low murmur before disappearing.
Well, Temiel wasn't joking.
I think we keep that on, yeah?
Oh yeah. And I look at them.
Is this like a normal, like, it's like a.
Team Shadow.
I look at them and go, this is
Routine?
what's allowing me to maintain my composure while still
Void
in prime
Knight
material.
calls to all snake-like beings.
This is my
And his
protection.
race is that. So that necklace.
And you
stops him.
were like, oh hey, why not just take off the
Check.
necklace?
You
It's
wanted
been
to see
a-
what else it does.
It's been a while since I've been back to the prime material. When I last was here, the call was not that strong. And now I know it is undeniable.
To be fair, our current location is probably extra conducive to that.
Where are we?
I mean,
We're
we are.
inside Grandfather Turtle, and there's a lady who's busy boning some kid to try and give birth to the Nagas' 7th head.
Yeah,
That about sums it up.
yeah. And he's infested with like, oh yeah, don't get bitten, stung.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure if it's stung or bitten, whichever way it is. Just don't.
They like making babies inside people.
Yeah.
I'm not people.
Well, I don't think they discriminate, to be honest. I didn't have to.
Okay.
So do we get introductions, by the way?
Yeah.
Acki, Trixie, Acki.
I'll jump in.
You can call me Perdita.
I have something that you might want.
Feel a dislike of this
I
guy
do.
as well.
Oh yeah.
Just a sort of an instinctual distrust of him. Even though he's not giving you a ton of reason to distrust him. You've got some
Did
pretty
all
sketchy
plastic
stuff happening in
apparently.
Waterdeep, I guess.
I put my fingers to my temple and just heal myself.
Yeah.
Okay, so as a reaction to that, like, I'm going to be trying to keep him in front of me at all times. Like, my
Okay.
goal is to always have him in eyesight.
Anything else you guys want to take care of before moving on?
No.
Nope.
No.
Yeah, just go.
Right? So, making your way further and further into the bowels of Grandfather Turtle, you finally come to his stomach. And it appears to be sort of like a beautiful coral city built in a large ring around a vast pool of acid. It's deathly quiet in here. And this city rings out to your left and to your right all the way through this vast cavern. The buildings are kind of built against the wall of the stomach here. And like I said, the material appears to be sort of a hardened, sort of smoothed over coral. The buildings all appear empty. There don't seem to be many people here. A few of the scrubber creatures kind of make their way over, along the walls and the alleyways and stuff, sort of scrubbing up whatever acid splashes onto the coral into this city.
Do we see any sign of, like, the other stuff, like the Naga or the infection?
No, not. Give me a perception check, I guess.
May I send
great.
Otaku out scouting?
Yeah.
Okay.
As
12.
my divine sense generally just picks up like undead and aberrations and things like that. What technically are these Naga? Would I be able to use my divine sense
Naga
with them?
says it's a monstrosity.
Okay, so that would not work.
19.
19 for otaku looking around. Right. So,
I'm gonna hold. Trixie will hold on to Perdita's shoulder, and she's sending my sight through it.
right.
Quick question. The turned sorcerers, would they be classified as undead or not?
The sorcerers.
Yeah, the wizards.
I guess.
We decided last time
That they weren't.
that she wasn't, because I could not turn undead.
Let's see. Yeah, I think Yuanti just count. Yuanti.
One tweet.
Tweeties.
How many?
Let's see. Otaku, is he invisible?
Nope.
Or anything like that.
Just flying around.
Where the fuck is Buddy?
That's a good question.
Buddy is currently. He's just been spending months on the pirate ship. The fucking.
Oh god, I forgot about that.
Who's
What?
Buddy?
Buddy,
was
the
the-
familiar. He's familiar.
Where was
Oh yeah, he was with the
Gift.
gift. The
He's
gift.
with
Yeah.
the-
Pirate
yeah.
ship.
That was a long fucking time ago.
Jesus.
So,
I do not
did you
remember that.
keep Buddy there the whole time, or did you use him over your court? Over
Well,
your
why,
time
why
ago?
was he on the ship again? He was on the
He
ship.
was trying to find out what if the Gith were gonna be able to make it to the Underdark for Jason's brother.
Well, I'm in constant contact with him, but after he completes his mission, I would have summoned him back.
Okay, so I guess what you would have learned from Buddy then would be that they made their way into the
Underdark.
Underdark, made contact with the mad wizard that's been serving with his brother, and joined their cause against the Drow, using their sort of air superiority to make further inroads into the Drow Citadel.
Very interesting.
All right. I would have let him cause whatever mayhem and mischief he wanted, set fire to whatever, steal whatever, and then I'd summon him back.
Okay.
And steal a cloak.
So anyways, Otaku is a familiar, right? Find familiar spell. So, circling kind of around here, he finally comes across a very muscular, very heavily armored dark figure, prowling around through one of the back alleyways of this city, up on the far left-hand side, I guess, from where you're standing.
Okay.
He kind of swoops in to get a closer look, and
If he's in danger, I'll dismiss him and summon him back.
well, yeah, that's what. Maybe he swoops in, and a javelin is thrown at him.
Well, looks like we've got company. What does that guy look like?
Like I said, heavily armored. So you haven't a stranger to you, but he appeared to be some sort of a reptile, I guess. He had a long, scaly snout with sharp teeth, kind of snub-nosed at the end.
There's a big guy walking around in the city, a bit more to the left. Very heavy armor. Kind of looks like a crocodile man.
Do you think?
Cool. You get a voice speaking to you. Find him. Kill that man. Do it now. Go. Cool. This is the familiar voice of Kellamvor ringing through your
I think
head.
this is Kunla's guardians.
So he just goes?
Yeah.
You just start walking? Where are you going?
Kunla's guardians. Two guys.
Oh, I forgot about them.
I just start walking in. I'm
Why
looking
would they
for
be
the guy.
here?
Alright, so
I follow him.
Yes, I follow.
I back up whatever Feather's doing.
Alright, so you all are kind of going following Akul as he makes his way through these tight streets in here. And you find that you're suddenly being waylaid by two Nagas pressing in from both sides. One following behind you, and the other slithering down from the walls on your left-hand side.
Well, I'm on the back.
So one up from the left and
One from the upper left, and then one following quickly behind you guys, threatening to
I'm gonna say
overtake the
I was
party.
probably at the end, at the rear.
I'm in front.
I mean, you're by necessity in the front. So.
How far away?
I was probably following after him.
I'd
I'd be right
say
behind Feather.
the one on the
Usually,
wall
yeah.
is about 80 feet up, making his way down. The other one is perhaps only 40 feet away. It kind of just was hiding, snuck out from one of the corners behind you guys and began
How
following.
big are these?
These appear similar to the one that you saw earlier, each of them with 3 heads, heavily armored, much larger than the Nagas
30
you've
foot
seen
long.
before.
I ask you, where was that man?
He was towards the left of the city, left where we were.
I'd say from where you are, yeah, just if you keep going straight past him and make your way up, kind of a level up some stairs, it leads to another part of town where you saw. Where
Are we
he
gonna
was.
try get away from these things or hide, or are we fighting them?
Well, I'm trying to get away. Like I don't want to engage
You
the
just
Nagas.
keep on
I'm going
running.
for that guy.
You're going.
Yeah, I'm going.
Okay, I'm following him.
Am I the only one that thinks that this
Yeah,
is very
I'm
rash?
definitely gonna fight the one that's following us and is only 40 feet behind us.
40 feet behind us?
Yeah, like
yeah.
we can't outrun that.
I don't know.
Well,
Like,
Feather can outrun everyone.
A feather aside.
okay, well, I mean, if you stop, I will stop.
I can outrun them too.
I will definitely stop.
It's just there's 2 of us, and I know there's one right behind us. I would instinctively whirl around, seeing how close it is.
So there's one Naga 40 feet behind us and one...
80
Kind of
feet away
80
from us.
feet up to the left, maybe 30 feet forward, 80 feet up,
Okay.
slithering down the walls of his stomach.
So that one is the second. The
Half
one that's
breed.
80 feet away is in the way of where I'm hitting.
You might pass close-ish to it, but you still have a clear path forward.
Okay. Well, if I can avoid that one, then I'm gonna avoid that one too.
You guys are all behind me, yeah.
Yeah.
I keep on running with him.
I'm going to hold an action until it's within 30 feet of us, and I'm going to cast Bane on it.
And Acki?
Following Feather.
Well,
Following Feather, I guess.
and doing my standard Acki Smacky.
Alright. Martin?
I'm gonna be casting Spirit Guardians.
Alright. So few are staying behind to fight off the Naga, but others are continuing forward to
Yes.
follow the mysterious Fiechter.
I just sort of shout out and be like, guys,
You should probably get the one up front.
Nagas!
Guys, leave the Nagas.
Not,
got a
They're
bee in his
literally
bonnet.
chasing us.
Yeah.
not all
So
of
we don't
us
have to
can
stop. They'll find
teleport.
us. I'm not teleporting. I'm actually jogging slowly next to him.
It's 40 feet behind us.
Yeah.
I cannot,
I can
like,
outrun it.
I don't think
she
I could
can't
outrun
outrun
it.
it.
You can dash.
Yeah, but even if they dash, like, these Nagas got hella speed.
Yeah.
Like, they outpace a
Why are
human.
you running?
Well, let me know when we roll initiative.
Don't you want to
So
kill
are you
Nagas?
staying with the Nagas, or you?
Oh, I can run and flick
You can
flick
see.
blasts.
You can see that I'm like frantic, like eye starting, like I'm.
It's gone full retard again, guys.
Okay,
Stun him!
just
Stun the fucker!
wait. Okay, why don't you make it to where he can get to wherever he's crazy going, and you can deal with Naga the up, and I will deal with Naga the back, and you guys can kind of do the both. Whichever one you're closest to.
I will back you up.
Yeah.
Okay.
You shouted something. Huh?
Yeah, I shouted out, guys, Nagas?
Let me just roll my
Let's
I'm out of
roll
here.
some initiative, y'all.
Okay, let's
I'm
do it.
gonna cast
Yeah.
guidance on myself.
Are you gonna cast Guidance or Bane?
Guidance is well, when they're within 30 feet of us, then I can cast Bane, but they're not close enough yet to cast Bane.
Aye.
So when they get close enough, but I will cast guidance on myself.
Strong 10.
9.
It's initiative.
Oh,
magic
fuck.
effect.
11.
It's so crowded right here. It's hard to get there.
Yeah, sure. I guess everyone can be in initiative order.
So we know where we are. Because we're gonna run right at this thing and fall down between.
Alright.
Die again.
Let's see.
I've got 11.
Alright, so initiatives. We'll just go around.
12.
12,
10.
11.
Well, I was trying to do it, but I'm
12,
also trying not to
11.
hit this, and so I'm like,
Ugh, keep putting holes in
10
paper.
for me.
What was yours, Feather? 11? 10?
still have work.
10. And Acki, yours was 11?
11.
You guys all kind of rolled next to each other. Okay.
That's called
21.
teamwork.
What's your dexterity?
It is. I get plus 2 on dexterity, so whatever that is, like
Plus 2.
14.
Thinking,
Okay. So that's... Okay.
24.
24, wow. 24.
5.
Okay, Martin.
Bringing up the
Bring up the
rear.
rear, yeah. Okay, so the first 3 would be Perdita, the Naga that's slithering down from the roof, and then Trixie after that.
Okay.
Cool.
Right, so Perdita, I guess you can try to do whatever.
Right, okay, so at the moment I'm standing next to Mardam. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to send my familiar, the bird, to fly towards the Naga, and I want it to
The one
fly...
on the ground or the one up?
The one that's
the one on the
falling.
ground,
down.
the one that's
closest.
closest to us.
Yeah.
The familiar is going to fly towards and sort of just flutter around the head to distract.
Fleur by.
You know what I mean? Fly by basically, and then I'm going to shoot it with my crossbow.
Oh, familiar initiative.
And it's 2 shots, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I have 2 shots. That's right. No. Oh wait, no. It's melee where I have 2. That's right. Okay.
But
so
you do get.
I do get
your range,
advantage because of my familiar.
So, Otaku's initiative is 14, by the way.
Jesus Christ, that was terrible. 19 to hit.
Okay, 19 to hit.
Yeah.
Misses.
That was 20, I think. Wasn't it?
Damn. Okay, that's it, and yeah.
Alright, so the crossbow bolt hits true, but just bounces off of the Nagas, almost crystalline scales. Think that Godzilla monster that had like the big crystals on its shoulders and stuff. I can't remember that one's name, but I always thought it was one of the coolest looking ones.
Cool beans.
Cool beans. And then it goes to the Naga from above. It's going to, let me see. What kind of stuff it can do.
Always forget. I should have cast Blur on myself first.
Okay, let me
Blur
just-
is very
What was your
Fleur,
initiative?
Fleur.
11.
Always forget I need to cast Blur on myself.
What's
at the
Blur?
beginning. It gives
Makes it hard to hit.
makes it very hard.
Disadvantage?
to hit, yeah.
The second Naga wasn't mentioned.
Yeah.
Right?
Second one.
It was mentioned.
It's going last?
It's going now.
No, that's the first Naga.
No, you said the one
Oh
up.
shit! Wait, do Nagas have blind sight?
Yeah, so right now it's the Naga that is slithering down.
The one that's closer to us.
No,
The one that's further away.
Further, yeah.
Okay.
It's about 80 feet away or so.
I'm calling
It's-
that one uppy.
But it's going to move down so that it is
Backy,
30
actually.
feet up, 30 feet like out, I guess, from where I suppose you guys are kind of taking the lead, continuing to move forward. And one of its vile snake-like heads is just going to shoot a lightning bolt of pure black energy towards you, Feather Marshal.
Again. Jesus. Can't. Necrotic damage.
Oh yeah.
For some reason, it's not a reflex save.
So you take a dexterity save.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Happy birthday.
It's my birthday. Ooh, fuck. 9.
Wow.
Wow, you
Wow.
So,
birthday.
for
Oh, it's okay, it's okay.
I think it's the first time I've ever seen you roll anything
Yeah.
to do with reflexes with just one
Yeah,
dice.
for you sick masochists that have been watching all the episodes of this show,
Waiting.
first,
Still
learn a
take
little
off
self-love, value your time a little better, and two, that has to be the lowest dexterity roll you've ever rolled in
It's
this
like one of
campaign.
my
It
dex
takes half
rolls.
damage.
It's like one of my dex rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So let's see. You feel like paralyzed. Just like sharp pain in your spine. This is gonna be a big number. I hope. I want to get to be impressive.
It's a lot of dice. You can hear that.
So that's
I reject your reality. Insert my own.
That's pretty much.
Everything's fine.
That's pretty much how
Everything's
Mark lives his
fine.
life as well.
reality. What's that? Who needs it? It's much more fun to make your own, I guess.
Well, that's
So
why
I
we're
gain
here.
how many temporary hit points?
Okay, so that'll be 67 damage.
Half of that? 33.
Yes.
Sure.
That's a third.
Alright, and its second head, the
I'm pretty
central one
close.
seems to be controlling the body, but the other one bleh, belches out its own magical
It's okay.
power.
69 hit points.
Don't even worry about me, guys.
On a scale of 1 to 102, I'm about a 69.
Just being super. Oh god. So
That doesn't sound nice.
let's see
Negative energy flood.
for Feather Marshal, that'll be another
Me again?
save. Yeah, they're picking on you. You're holding the.
Come on, dice. Jesus. 14.
Okay, 14 on a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, wisdom. saving
Yes,
throw.
this one will be wisdom, and that'll be the same for you, Acki, who is also
Let me just check
trying to
that
keep up with them.
first.
Right, you were going with them, or you were staying behind?
14.
Get
Wisdom
those
for,
other dice
for
off
is it
there.
a spell or is it
Wisdom saving throw, yeah, against a spell. So 14, and
Oh Jesus!
Wisdom,
are you
6.
laughing because it was good, or are you laughing because it was
4 and a
bad?
5. You rolled a 4 and a 5.
got a 6?
Okay, that's
Wait a minute. I'm gonna call forth the Dark One's blessing and add a D10 to it.
To me?
Plus 3.
Ooh, yeah, that's a 9, baby.
Do I have anything else? No.
Should I be the
Don't even
first
have
to
a
say
dollar.
it?
You guys get +2 to your saves because you're next to me.
Oh, yeah. 16.
16
11.
and 11. So
We're
Anything else, guys?
can we just give me more dice dice, please. 3 more dice to roll. So you both find yourself paralyzed, stuck in place, as Akul, I'm going to take a little bit of control of the character for just 1 second, continues on chasing this dark figure through the streets of this city. But you both
I
are
have a movement speed of 40 feet, so if I'm dashing, that's 80.
okay. That's actually pretty good then.
We're
So-
paralyzed.
Yes, you guys are paralyzed. You see him rounding the corner, coming out of sight. I think this is probably good. We've been playing for about an hour and a half or so. So let's get to this. So the party facing off against 2 of these super empowered Nagas. They're in for a difficult fight, but further up the streets of this ancient, mysterious city, Akul steps into one of the abandoned buildings and finds the same heavily armored Saurian that served Kunla. In his hands, he holds a small statuette of a gray crystal tower. He took it off of a shrine, and the room that you enter is covered with old tattered banners. Most of the cloth eaten away by or scrubbed clean by these little crab creatures that inhabit his guts, but you can tell that this was once a religious institution. And when you walk in, this creature sees you, his weapon already drawn, not really able to smile because he's reptilian. They don't really get to do that. Sorry about face muscles. But the voice in your head
Jungle
says,
Book Light.
but the voice of Kalimvor speaks through your soul into your mind again. Stop him at any cost. That artifact there holds the key to my power, to my portfolio. Don't let it fall into Kunla's hands.
How far away is he?
I'd say upon entering the room, maybe about 30 feet away.
30 feet.
But I figure this is probably a good stopping point.
Okay.
So, on one side, we've got Nagas v. the party. On the other, Akul faces down a slippery, powerful enemy serving the most hated character that, this god that he absolutely abhors. Yeah. With Kalimvor's portfolio at risk here. Portfolio. I'm not even really drunk or high. I'm just not very smart. So, so if you want to hear me ramble on even more, check us next time on Dice, Nerds, and Nagas.
Please be sure to subscribe and check out our webpage, dicenerdsandnagas.com.
And vampire.
Yeah, we also have a vampire game that's pretty decent too that you can check out. So, yeah, bye.
With Sesame Street character.
Wow, we got screwed.
Hey, you